Good morning. Welcome to the original Loretta Brown Show, radio to open the heart, heal the soul, awaken the consciousness. Mr. Benny.
Yes,
Mr.
my
Benny.
dear. Yes, my dear. I'm here. Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to summer.
Exactly. Officially. Woo! Couldn't be happier.
I know. One of my clients told me that today, which is Thursday, was going to be the last day of school for her, right? So I don't know about everybody else. Some people have different schedules, but summer.
Yeah, it's pretty much wrapping up for everyone. My boys finished last Friday, the 6th grade, so congratulations to them. And my girlfriend's son finished high school. He graduated. That was last week as well. And then her daughter, and then her daughter, who actually I brought in for, you know how you bring your children to work school day? she came in last year, by the way. It was kind of cool that she did that. But she finishes up today, 9th grade, so she'll be in 10th grade.
I love that.
Yeah, see, everyone's doing it.
Yeah, everyone's doing it. Well, welcome to summer. Welcome to summer, everybody. I'm looking forward to this summer as soon as it gets sunny, which I think it's supposed to do this weekend here in Seattle. I'm not sure.
Yes, it will. And I have one more little tidbit for you, Loretta.
I'm ready.
Happy National Kissing Day.
Benny.
Yep.
Mwah. Okay.
All right, I got it. I got that one too. So send all your best kisses to everyone. Pucker up.
Oh.
Okay, pucker up. And even to your fur babies, because they need love too.
I don't know. I'm very visual. All of a sudden, I see people going up and down the street just going, "Come here."
I mean, all right. You got, yeah.
Okay, maybe they just blow your kisses, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did to you. Yeah, because you want to be kind of alert of your surroundings for today, I guess, for a little more.
Thank you. I love that. I think it's the perfect segue into our show. Thanks, Betty.
You're welcome.
I love it. Anyway, I am the owner of Reiki Oasis, located right here in the greater Seattle area for almost 30 years now. Do lots of great things over at Reiki Oasis, and you can find me at ReikiOasis.com, of course, and schedule everything at schedule.ReikiOasis.com. And yes, I am booked that far out. So just letting you know, it is what it is. By the way, people ask me this. I am in the office on Wednesdays and Fridays, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I do remote sessions basically all over the world. So I have Zoom and phone calls and things like that. And believe me, it works very, very well for all of the things that I do, which is not just Reiki, right? It's a lot of stuff. We do have a Reiki 2 class coming up on Saturday, July 8th. If you want to take Reiki 2, check it out, sign up, send me an email at reikioasis@gmail.com. I'll answer your questions. And then I just had a beautiful, beautiful temple class with my women. Every month I have a class with women, Temple of the Divine Feminine. And in July, we will be meeting on July 22nd. What happens to be the Feast of Mary Magdalene Day. And we're just going to have a really, really great time. And yes, we are going to Egypt again, Sacred Travels with Loretta, November. And if you're interested in going to Egypt, oh man, the trip is getting full, but I do have a few seats available, and send me an email immediately to reikioasis@gmail.com. We are having a get together this coming Sunday, meet and greet to talk about that trip to Egypt. And people that have gone on trips will be there with me, as well as people planning to go and people who just want to come and get a little bit more information to see if they want to do something sacred and special. And believe me, I lived in the Middle East for 9 years, and this is a very magical trip. Now, astrology. How are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. How are you doing? Oh, come on. The last couple of weeks have been cranky and emotional. People are easily angered. If you've noticed it, there's been road rage and all kinds of things going on out there. I am the Schumann resonance. Those that follow that, it has really been doing some interesting things. We have solar flares. Don't quite often talk about that, but they do affect us. And of course, We had a new moon in Gemini, and of course, yesterday was the summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere, and the sun moved from the sign of Gemini into Cancer. Gemini is that air sign. Which mind are you? Are you in the good side or the bad side?
Well, I'm on the good side. There's no question there. I don't know about anybody talking about
waiting for you to jump in there, Betty.
Well, I was going to talk about solar flares too. I think some people are shooting them right at each other. I mean, this is ridiculous.
They are. Right? They are. It's kind of like duck, right? You know,
many
like
times.
You say hello and someone goes, "What?"
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to give you a kiss. Didn't you remember?
Wow.
Gross.
Yeah. So anyway, I can feel that the energies are starting to shift. We've moved into watery Cancer, and it's going to help us, I don't know, come back to home and hearth and the things that really matter, back to the heart. On June 21st, the energy grid of the planet moved into a higher harmony. Some of you felt that, right? The thinning of the veil, allowing us to access the spirit of things with greater ease. And with the veil thin, our intentions and vibrations become more powerful. Some people are saying, you know what? I got to be careful what I say and think, Loretta, because I'm manifesting it like instantly. So be aware of that. The sun moving out of Gemini and into sensitive Cancer will guide us to be more in touch with our heart and our body. Cancer is a sign associated with loyalty, family, creating a sense of home. And with all the energies activated, you might wish to explore some sort of, I call it a daily practice, meditation. Bonding with nature is great. And getting together with like-minded people that you love, right? Also on the 21st, Ceres, the goddess asteroid of grain and harvest, entered the goddess-ruled Libra, creating an influx of nourishing, supportive, and regenerative energy. That's like bathing in the sun. The energy is best expressed through the feminine principles of going with the flow, allowing, and surrendering in the best way, right? Couple this with the strong Venus energy that is also flowing through our cosmic skies at the moment. And it seems we're being guided to step into a place of trusting and allowing. And then I have to bring this next thing up. On June 30th, Neptune joins both Pluto and Saturn as it enters a retrograde, having 3 planets retrograde, plus Venus is going to go retrograde in July, can create a slowdown effect in the skies. We might find ourselves naturally looking back in order to move forward. And Neptune travels retrograde from June 30 through December 6th of this year in the sign of Pisces. This particular Neptune retrograde cycle will guide us to look back over events since December 4th of 2022 to see if we need to look at things with a healthy dose of reality. We may have to take our rose-colored glasses off and face up to the truth. Neptune is the ruler of water, spirituality, intuition, creativity, illusions, deceits, dreams, art, fantasy, entertainment, and mind-altering substances. Whenever Neptune's energy is strong, it casts a veil, which can sometimes create fogginess or confusion. Neptune does this as it wants us to look beyond our external world and move into our internal world for guidance. When the outside world is foggy, Neptune, dreamy Neptune, reminds us the only place to look is within or up. When Neptune enters retrograde, however, the veil is lifted and we are confronted with the truth. Illusions can come crashing down and deceits can be exposed. And what has been happening behind the curtain is going to come out. So it's sort of like the Wizard of Oz, don't look behind the curtain. Oops, there it is. So Neptune retrograde is here through December. It can reveal untruths or things we didn't want to see. But really, sometimes we do need to see them, don't we? Especially if we've been caught in magical thinking or procrastinations, we all do those things. So the shift that's coming in may be big or small, depending on where you are currently in your own life. A higher truth has now been found, and the higher truth will continue to evolve as we grow in consciousness. So this is a time for us to wake up, to take a strong look at things. And honestly, that's such a great segue into my guest today, who can help us understand how to, I don't know, maybe go deeper, connect with God. Maybe, I don't know. He's going to know. He's the expert. My guest today is David L. Lieberman, author of a great book, Transcendental Judaism, Enlivening the Eternal Within to Uplift Ourselves and the World. Well, I think the title says it all. David Lieberman was raised in a Reform Jewish household and began to immerse himself in the Torah in 2003. He's trained as a spiritual director, someone who accompanies others on their spiritual journeys, and he's served as chairman of the board of Valley Beit Midrash. I probably said that wrong. I apologize. Thank you. A not-for-profit organization committed to pluralistic, forward-thinking Jewish learning, whose ethical teachings drive social activism and engage the next generation of leaders. Wow, David, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Thanks, Loretta. Thanks for inviting me. I'm very pleased to be here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking how appropriate it is that you're here today while we're under all this incredible energy in the sky that wants us to get more spiritual and go deeper. Yeah.
I was amazed to hear what you were talking about with Neptune, and if that's the direction we're going, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So I have a wonderful book here, and I'm just going to tell people right now, this is a deceptively tiny looking little book filled with absolute richness. And you start reading it, David, I got sucked in right away. So could you please give us a little background about yourself and what led to the writing of this book, please?
Absolutely. And I do that as you imply right in the introduction to my book, and I'll jump into that right now. Back in the year 1975, when I was a 21 or 22-year-old kid. So I'm going to be 70 years old here. I'm a Cancer. So in a little while in this cycle, I'm going to be 70. I learned how to meditate. And in my very first session, when the teacher had taught me what to do, and I had been meditating for a number of minutes, and then, okay, she says, it's over. Just sit quietly for a minute, and then we'll talk about your experience. As I was coming out of my meditation, I had a peaceful calm just sort of descend on me. And I had been having a sense of just complete connectedness with the world around me, and a sense of all-knowing. Not that there was any one particular thing I knew, but just an incredible spiritual experience, and had not been having any thoughts either. And later I learned that that's what's considered an experience of transcendence, going beyond. And then when my senses re-engaged with the world around me, I had this thought. I started to hear things, and this thought was seared into my mind that I've never forgotten in the last 48 years that I've been meditating now. The birds in the trees and the cars on the highway are singing the song of life together in perfect harmony, and the world is unfolding just as it should be. And that sense of the birds in the trees and the cars on the highway, singing the song of life together in perfect harmony, what is that? And I later came to learn that in touching the transcendent, that field of oneness, which is our shared essence, as I actually experienced that, when I sort of came back into the world, I spontaneously brought that sense of oneness back to the things that I was experiencing in the manifest world, the sights and sounds of what was going on. And although I didn't fully understand that at the time, that's what I came to begin to understand, and that just blew me away. And then couple that with my experience later in life in studying more about Judaism. Not until I was about 50 years old did I really begin to get more deeply into Judaism. And one day I'm studying Torah, studying the Jewish texts, and all of a sudden those words start to jump off the page and come alive to me. With Jacob lying down in Genesis, and he wakes up and said, "Surely God is in this place and I did not know it." And the same sense sort of came over me. And I thought, is there a connection here between my experience of transcendence through meditation and the deepness and the spirituality of the words of Torah, which I had never felt before? They were only intellectual experiences to me. And I started to learn and study about that connection. And that's what caused me to have to write the book. Once I learned what was going on, that's the story behind, I got to share this with some other people because this is really amazing.
I love your story so much. I can feel it. And I can say I've had this experience where, and actually I have it a lot, right? And I can go way back to when that first started to happen for me. But this idea, I love this idea that the birds and the cars and everything, there is this, I get to the point where I don't have words. I think you described it very well. This oneness, it's all working perfectly. It's all together. I'm a musician, right? I'm very musical. And for me, it's like all of a sudden everything just clicks. It's like, oh, here we are, right?
You're in the zone.
Yeah, we're in the zone. Yeah, in the pocket, as we say.